Hello students, this is Dr. Mercado. I am very excited to have you join me for part 3 of the course orientation in which we are going to cover Cengage. Now, Cengage is the learning platform where you will be completing the majority of your assignments, okay? So, you need access to Cengage to be able to complete your assignments. Now, I understand some of you do not have the funds to purchase the Cengage access at the beginning of the term. Do not stress. Cengage does give you a free 2-week trial period, so that way students can get started. That way the financial money kicks in and you're able to purchase the access yourself, okay? So, a 2 free trial period is provided. That way you can begin working on your coursework from day number 1, okay? So, I'm going to briefly go over how to access your Cengage assignments in this lecture. Now, if you ever encounter any issues with Cengage, you're getting an error message, the system's not letting you log in, or whatever the case might be, I don't have access to support Cengage. That's a completely different platform. You would need to contact them directly, and I've included the phone number here, and I'll show you from Blackboard where you can contact Cengage support so they can assist you. But if you want to call them, this is the 1-800 number. It's 1-800-354-9706. Okay? So that is important, and you can call, you can chat, you can open a case. There's just so many resources for you to get the support that you need. Okay? And they are open 7 days a week, so make sure that you have this information available. Okay, now let's jump into Blackboard. Okay, and I'm going to select any course because it doesn't really matter the class that we're in. If you have a class where you will be using Cengage, then you will be having a folder with your Cengage links. Okay, now in your folder with the Cengage links, you will have Cengage technical support. Okay, if you click on that link, it will take you to the Cengage technical support. Now, before we go into selecting links, it is very important that on your settings, okay, you have pop-ups enabled, okay? So make sure that you look at your settings, okay? Depending on the browser that you're using, you have pop-ups and redirects. Those you need to allow. Okay, make sure that they are allowed, because if you don't have this selected, then when the system is trying to get out of Blackboard and into Cengage, it won't allow it to. So you'll run across errors, okay? So make sure the first thing that you do is that your pop-ups are enabled and they allow you to be able to be redirected to the additional link. Okay, so that's step number 1. Check your pop-ups, okay? After you are done, you can begin working on your assignments, okay? So usually what's going to happen is you're going to go to the week that you're working on and you're going to select any of the links, okay? The first one's a reading, and I'll go over that in a bit. You've got your study plan, your homework, your tutorial, okay? Now, if you see the little blue circular motion thing right here, that indicates that that is a Cengage link. That means that you're going to be taken out of Blackboard and into Cengage. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to work for me. Okay, I'm warning you because I am an instructor and I do have instructor access. So I hope that I'm able to show you a little bit of how to set up your account. Now, for my courses, you do not need a course key. You don't need any code of any sort. I have integrated the course in Blackboard with the course in Cengage. So all you have to do is just click on the link and it will take you there. Okay. Now the first time that you click on the link, you will have to set up your account. After that, you will have, the system will automatically know it's you and it will automatically redirect you to the assignment. Okay. When you set up your account, make sure that you use a valid email address. In case you need to reset your password or whatever the case might be, you have access to that information. Okay, so let me see what's going to happen. I don't know. Let me see what's going to happen if I click my chapter 1 homework. Okay, so I've got the information here. It's telling me that it's unopened. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to launch it. Okay, so you're going to launch it. And that's going to take me out of Blackboard and into Cengage. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, give me a minute while it loads. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so now it's telling you welcome to Cengage. This is the textbook that we're using for this specific class. It's telling me the payment is required. Okay, now if you have an access code that you purchase at the bookstore, you're going to click this button here, enter your access code, and then you enter the code on the pamphlet. Okay, if you are going to be using the temporary access, the one that's free for 2 weeks, you're going to do temporary access. Okay, I don't have money right now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my temporary access. Okay, now it's gonna, I think automatically, yeah, it's gonna take me into the assignment. Why? Because I already have a Cengage account. If you don't have a Cengage account, then you will be prompted to create one. Okay, so I cannot show you that because unfortunately I already have a Cengage account. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. I cannot show you the step by step. You just need to follow whatever it tells you on the screen because I already have an account created and it's an instructor account. Okay, but if you need help, you can always contact Cengage support, or down here there's 2 links. Okay, Cengage resources for students. Let's click that one. Let's see what it does. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna select See Now V2. Okay, so this is how you access your course materials. If you're having issues disabling your pop-up blockers, you can visit this site and it kind of like will guide you as to how to do that. If you want to download the mobile app, this is the links to download the mobile app. Okay, so this is just general information about the Cengage. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to See Now V2. Okay, now it says here, watch this video for step-by-step instructions on how to register for the course. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click it.
Looking to access the materials you need for class? You're in the right place. In this video, we'll walk you through the process so you can find what you need and get to work. If you have any questions at the end, don't worry. We'll tell you how to connect with our support team for personal assistance.
So let's watch this video. It's about 3 minutes.
Your campus learning management system where you access courses. It might be Blackboard, Canvas, Brightspace, Moodle, or something else.
We're using Blackboard.
Make sure your browser allows pop-ups, or you won't be able to access your class materials. Once you've logged in and selected your class, you'll see it includes a combination of links provided by your instructor and Cengage. To continue the registration process, click any link that references Cengage content. Not sure where to click? Ask your instructor, or try a few links. You'll know you've clicked the right one when you reach the Cengage login screen. If you've used MindTap, WebAssign, SAM, CNow V2, Owl V2, Cengage Infuse, or another Cengage platform or e-textbook before, you may already have a Cengage account. Go ahead and log in, or select Need Help Signing In to recover your login info if you don't remember. If it's your first time using a Cengage online learning platform or e-textbook, create an account. We recommend using your school email address here. For your security, we ask you to verify your email address. You'll receive a Welcome to Cengage email with a link to activate your account, create a password, and complete registration. Now you're in. You should see your assigned materials, including your e-textbook and assignments. If you've purchased an access code, click on Enter your access code to redeem it. If you don't have an access code, just select Continue. Here you can review the most affordable option for instant access to your materials. If you've already redeemed a code, click Continue and dive right in. If not, you can select Buy Product under the first column, or choose Temporary Access to make your purchase later. Before you buy, make sure to check out Cengage Unlimited. One Cengage Unlimited subscription includes access to all Cengage e-textbooks and online learning platforms, plus at least 4 free hard copy rentals. Just pay shipping and handling. So if you've been assigned MindTap, WebAssign, Cengage Infuse, SAM, CNow, or Owl V2, they're all included in one Cengage Unlimited subscription. Be sure to compare the price of buying Cengage materials individually versus having access to our entire library. Learn more at cengage.com/unlimited. You're all set. Remember, if you selected temporary access, you'll need to select a purchase option in order to retain access to your materials once your trial expires. Don't worry, you won't lose the work you've already done. If you're looking to save money, Cengage.com is where you'll find the most affordable prices for Cengage products. And be sure to check if you can save with Cengage Unlimited. If you still have questions, we're here for you 24/7. Get in touch via live chat at support.cengage.com. Give us a call or send us a message on social media. You can also visit our support site for articles and answers to frequently asked questions. Have a great term, and thanks for using Cengage.
So as you can see, this is step-by-step instructions on how to register for Cengage. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you myself because I already have an account, but you can always refer to that book. There's a lot of resources, links, information that you can review, okay? Once you set up your account one time in Cengage, then you're able just to select the link and it will redirect you to the actual assignment. Now, I am recording this lecture before the semester begins, so none of the links are available, but I am going to go in as an instructor review and show you how the assignments look like, okay, just for reference. So what all you have to do is basically just on your part is go to the module that you're working on and select the link. Make sure that your pop-ups are enabled. That way the system can take you to Cengage, okay? So for the reading, okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the ebook looks like, okay? This is where you're going to be conducting the reading. This is the first thing that you have to do every week. Read the chapter, okay? So let's make sure that we understand. We're going to click the link. And then we're going to start the assignment. The reading assignments are not for a grade. They're just so you can become familiar with the course content for that week, okay? So let me give it a minute for it to load. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, so now it takes me to chapter 1. Okay, and then you have the table of contents here. That way they're all linkable. If you want to go to a specific section, just click the section that you wanted to go to, okay? Now the ebook is dynamic. You can go ahead and make notations, highlight, take notes. You've got access to the full book. For students with disabilities, the Read Speaker is wonderful, or just for students in general that don't like to read, we've got the Read Speaker, which basically like reads to you. So for example, I'm going to start off with the chapter introduction and I'm going to have the reader read.
Chapter Introduction. Learning Objectives. After studying this chapter, you should be able to.
So you see, it reads to you and it highlights as you are reading, okay? So you have access to that. So you have resources. You can print a couple of pages, change the font. Feel free to explore. The arrows are so you can toggle back and forth on the pages. You know, you read, you've got figures, you've got wonderful examples as you progress through the chapters. You see that they're not very long chapters. Information is broken down into sections. That way you can have easier access to it. If there's any links, they'll be underlined. You can just simply go to the link, click it, and it'll take you there. So just make sure that you do review this information. This is how you access your reading material. Make sure that you read every week, okay? Now I'm going to take you to the to show you kind of what like a homework. Well, I'm going to do chapter 2 because chapter 1 does not have problems, okay? So let's take you to see how a homework assignment is going to look like, okay? So we're going to preview as a student. Okay, so it tells you at the top before you begin working on the assignment how many takes you have. For this assignment, you have 2 takes and the due date of the assignment, okay? So we're going to start the assignment. For the homework assignments, for all of my classes, there are not timed. You can begin working on the assignment, save your work, and resume at a later point in time. Now, in this particular problem, you are being asked to watch the video. You click on the link and it'll open up a video. It'll open up 2 videos. Once you watch the videos, then you will answer these questions, okay? And then we have problems where you have to solve. Usually what happens in Cengage is that they give you some examples to refer to, and then you have to solve the problem down here, okay? Up here you have additional resources. For example, this problem deals with learning objective 1. If you click on the link, it'll take you to the learning objective on the ebook, okay? You can print the item, okay? Let me see. Some of the problems, not all of them, have a show me how video, okay? So the show me how video, in this particular case, we have to solve the bottom section, okay? The show me how video will explain in a very brief modality how this problem is solved. This is an additional resource. Like I said, not all of the problems have them, but some of the problems will, and it will show up here the show me how videos, and you can refer to those videos. And let me open one up just for reference, and it'll explain how to solve the problem. Okay.
In this video, we will learn to compute employees' wages based on time.
So you see, it's going to show you, it's a 7-minute video, and it'll show you how to complete the problem. Okay. So just make sure that you review all of the assignment. All of the problems need to be completed. Like I said, you can save your work, and you've got examples to show you how to solve it, and then it has the actual problem below. Okay. Now, if you look down here, you have check my work. Okay. So you have 5 tries in this particular assignment per problem to attempt to complete the assignment. Okay. So make sure that you complete all this. 5 check my works per problem. Okay. Once you finish up your 5 check my works, whatever you have there stays, and that is what it's graded. Okay. So you're just going to complete them, review the information, read the problem, be very careful with the instructions. Make sure that you read the instructions carefully. For example, here it says round your overtime to 2 decimal places. Okay, and use the rounded amount in subsequent computations. Sometimes students are off by 1 cent to 2 cents because they didn't follow instructions. So they have examples here. For example, the weekly rate was calculated, and then they multiplied it. It gave them 421.615. You need to round that to 421.62, and then you use that number, that rounded number, in future calculations. So everything is explained to you in the examples provided. Make sure that you read the information carefully. Okay, so you are provided with examples. You have the problem that you have to solve. You have 5 check my works in this particular case. You've got access to the ebook. Some of these problems have the show me how video. Make sure that you if they do have the show me how videos, that you watch those videos to help you out. So when you are working on your assignments, you have several options down here on the right hand side. You can email the instructor. Okay, let's say you're working on this problem and you have no idea how to solve letter A, or you solve letter A and it's counting it wrong and you don't know why, and you want some feedback from me. Okay, I can look at it. Okay, now if you are going to be doing this, I need to know how you calculated that number. Okay, don't just send me an email saying, Miss, I'm lost. Okay, why are you lost? How are you lost? I need to always see your step-by-step calculations so I can review and provide guidance. I am not going to give you the answer, okay? But I am going to review your work and say, you know what? On this step, you did this wrong. You rounded incorrectly, or you're using the wrong number. Fix it, okay? But in order for me to be able to do that, I need to see what you're doing step by step. So you can email the instructor. I'll get a copy of the problem. I'll get an image of it. That way I can see it. As you can see, all of the problems are algorithmic, which means that every student will get a different problem. So for me, if you're telling me, Miss, I'm lost in problem 27A, okay? Your problem 27A is different than Pedro's, than Luis, than Maria's. So I need to see your problem. So it's wonderful. You email me and I see your problem, okay? But I also need an explanation of what the issue is. I also need to see your step-by-step work. You don't provide me with that, I can't provide you with any help or support or guidance. I need to see your work, okay? So make sure that you outline your step-by-step calculations, that you are organized. That way I can follow, and make sure that you outline your specific question or questions so I can address them, okay? So you've got the option to email the instructor. When you email me, I'll get that information and then I'm going to reply to you. When I reply to you, I'm going to reply to the email you used to set up your account. So make sure that you do monitor that email. I've had students in the past where students say, Miss, you never responded. I was like, what do you mean I didn't respond? Yes, I did. And they're like, well, I didn't get anything in Blackboard. You're not getting anything in Blackboard. You're getting it to the email that you set up your Cengage account. So make sure that you do monitor your email that you use to set up Cengage. That is where my responses are going to be. Okay. So let's assume that you are working on your homework. You get to the first two problems and then you have to stop to cook dinner. Okay. Happens all the time. So I have to stop, pause my work, and save it. Okay. So when you are going to save your work, you have the option save and exit. That will save the work that you've done so far and it will take you out of the system. Okay. That is what you will use. That's the button that you're going to be using when you're working on these assignments during the week and you don't finish it. Okay. Once you are done with all of the problems, everything has been completed, then you submit the assignment for grading. Okay. Then you submit the assignment for grading. Okay. And then that will generate a grade for you and it will populate into your grade book. Okay. So that is how the assignments look like. We've got show me how videos, you've got the ebook, you've got examples, you've got 5 check my works. That varies by course. Some courses it's 5, other courses it's 3. Just make sure that you read down here how many you have for your specific class. Okay. You can print the problem. That way if you want to solve it on paper, that's fine. Okay. So that is how the homework looks. Okay. The study plan, this is basically, it checks your knowledge over the content to see if what you read you understood, and it takes you to an individualized learning process. Okay. So this is custom to every student depending on how you answered your questions. It will assess, it will give you the study plan. The study plan is also unlimited. Okay. So it'll take you a pre-test, and then based on the results of the pre-test, it will take you to a series of steps. Okay, so you're going to take a pre-assessment. Depending on how you do, then it's going to give you supplemental learning material, and then it'll take you a post-test to see if you understood the material better. Okay, so you're just going to follow along the modules as you complete them, and then you just have to complete, go with the flow kind of a thing. Down here you have the same thing. You save and exit, or you submit for grading. So if you haven't finished it, you can save it. If you're done, then you submit for grading. Okay, so you just have to do is follow along, pre-test, then additional review of the content that you struggled with, and then post-test. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so basically all you have to do, and you'll be familiar with the assignments, you just have to click the link and it will take you to wherever you need to be taken to complete the task. Let me show you another course, so just so you can see that every course is different, the content is different, but the layout is the same. You go to your week 1, okay, and you have your assignments here. Okay, and you click on the homework, and it will basically just click on it and it will take you to your homework assignment once you've created your account. Okay. Okay, so let me just open this one just so you can view a different course and how the assignments look. Okay, the structure is the same way. It'll open up, you have all of your assignments and they are referenced here. They're algorithmic questions. Okay. And then you have the show me how videos, the print item, and the ebook. Okay. So for this one, you also have 5 check my work. So I'm going to show you here. Let me just quickly do 13,485. Okay. I'm going to do that one, and then for this one, I'm going to do it wrong, okay, just so we can see. So I've solved the problem, okay. Now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, so I'm going to check my work, okay. So for ABC, I got it correct. For XYZ, I got it wrong. So you see an X is being referenced there. You got that second part wrong, okay? And then it gives you feedback, okay? What are you doing wrong, okay? So I look at the feedback, I refer back to the ebook, I review the section, I see the video, okay, I'm ready to do the second part again. So then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to try it again. Okay. So I am going to retry it again. I'm going to check my work. Now I've got both of them correct. Now I can move over to the next problem. So you see, when I'm done, I've correctly answered the question. It gives me a green circle right here. Now I can move on. This identifies that that problem has been completed. Okay, and then you move on. You have 5 more check your works here. Okay, you've got your video, your ebook, and you can print it, and then you have your options down here to email the instructor, save and exit, or submit for grading. Now I've only done one problem. I'm just going to click the button so you can see what happens. Okay, so let's assume that I'm done with all of my work. Okay, we're going to assume, because I'm not going to do the work for you at this point, but I'm going to assume that I'm done and I'm going to submit for grading. You're going to submit the assignment. It's giving me a warning. It's saying I have some unanswered questions. Do I still want to proceed to submit for grading? So you have 2 options. Take me back to the assignment so I can finish it, or submit for grading. Okay, so I'm going to submit for grading, and it automatically gives you your score. I've got an 8.33 on the assignment. Okay, you have 2 tries on your homework. I always keep the highest grade earned. Please utilize the second take if you don't do well on the first take. In accounting, the more you practice, the better you get at it. Okay, so I highly encourage that you practice, practice, practice. Okay, so you will automatically get your grade there, which is going to feed into your grade book. Okay, so you're going to have your grade book, and then the grade will populate. Obviously, it's not populating for me because I am not a student. Okay, but once you will have your own grade book, you will see all of the grades populate as you complete them. Okay, under the assignments tab, you will see the assignments. Remember, only the assignments available for that week you will have access to them. You cannot work on future assignments. You can only work on the assignments for the week. Okay, so make sure that you do have that done. Okay, so that is basically how you access Cengage. You just click on the link. Before you click on the link, make sure that your pop-ups are enabled. That way, you're going to go to your site settings and make sure that your pop-ups are allowed. That way the system can redirect you to Cengage. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to do. And then if you go to your Cengage resources, okay, this is where you have the videos. Either they're there or they're under assignment links, depending on the class, but they're in either of those 2. Okay, and you'll find them. And then from here, you can access the ebook. You can access Cengage technical support. Now, for technical support, you will have to log in. So make sure that you do write your username and password for Cengage in a little notepad or on your phone, wherever you keep important information. Okay. So if you are having issues with Cengage, then you need the support. I'm an educator. I would select here. You are a student. You would select here. Okay. I don't have access to students. You would have to sign in with your username and password, and then you will be prompted, how do you want to proceed to contact support? Through a chat, through an email, through a message? Do you want to call them? Anything of that nature. But this is where you access. You just have to sign in. Okay. So that is basically a quick overview of Cengage. Remember, you have a free 2-week trial period, so there is no excuse for you not to get started. After 2 weeks, you do need to purchase the access. I recommend you purchase Cengage Unlimited. That gives you access to unlimited textbooks and resources for the semester. Okay, so that I do recommend that you opt for. It's cheaper and it just offers a lot more than the regular subscription for the resource for the class. Okay, so that is basically it. You will be needing access to Cengage to complete your assignments. So it is a required material for the class. If I can be of any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me, or you can contact Cengage support directly, and they are available 7 days a week, and they will be able to assist you with your inquiries about any of the matters related to Cengage. So that is it. Now you are ready to begin working on your assignments, tackle the problems, open up the week one module and tackle the problems, read, complete the tutorial, do the study plan, and then last but not least, do your homework. Okay? And then once you're done with that, that's it for the week. You wait for the following Monday where the assignments will open for week 2. Remember, the assignments open on Monday and close on Sunday. So you have 7 days to complete your assignments. You would just come into week number 2, open it up, and then you have your links down here for the reading, the study plan, and the homework. Okay? So that is it for Cengage. Once again, if you have questions or concerns, do not hesitate to contact me. I wish you a wonderful first week of classes and wonderful semester overall. If I can be of any help as the semester progresses, please do not hesitate to contact me. Go visit me during my office, whatever the case might be. Okay? Have a great rest of your week, and until next time, bye bye.